Good morning, everyone. And happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, February 25th. No video today because it's on my other laptop. So I've got to get that. Didn't even think to get that off my other laptop. So that's okay. Got a kind of a mixed bag here today. Dow futures up 45, NASDAQ futures down 49, S&P futures down 6, VIX at 19.45. Morning, Abash. Morning, Ken. Apple's slightly green. What else? We've got Baba up a little under 3%, Baidu up 1%, PayPal up 2.33%. Everything else pretty much in the red. Bell's going to ring here in about 15 seconds. There is the bell. Coinbase pushing up. I'm going to take a look at my one DTE here. The VIX being up. So bear with me as I take a look at it. Nice to have a nice calm day today. Coinbase pushing up. Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, Netflix coming down. All right, I just got filled on my one DTE, so let me post that. Put in my OCO order. All right, got that done. Getting our second bar here now. Be looking for growing volume bars. I'm not seeing anything quite yet. Tesla. Tesla is growing. It's got about 45 seconds. Don't think it's going to get there. SMCI coming down. Looks like it may get a volume bar to the downside. So SMCI definitely going to get there. It's already kind of bouncing. Trading 3-day options. See an SMCI, I would trade the 49 puts. Filled at 565. And I would close half at 620. Put SMCI over here. So if it pushes up above, which would be about 50 $50 there above that the bar that got the biggest volume bar, the price bar that got that biggest volume bar, then I would cut it. S&P green, Dow up 165. NASDAQ is the weakest. Tesla staying weak. Might be in for a early little downside continuation in Tesla. VIX popping back up. Home Depot So far, that earnings play is looking pretty good. Still early though. NASDAQ coming down to lows of day. VIX through highs of day. S&P has gone back into the red. SMCI not moving much. S&P coming down through lows of day. So appears like the sell-off is continuing. We'll see though. It's still early. SMCI popping back up. I don't like seeing that. Hopefully it gets forced down here. Or I'm gonna cut SMCI if it doesn't get forced down here. It's just not doing what a volume runner is supposed to be doing. So you kind of see where the top of that big price bar was, where it got the big volume bar. It's right up there right now. So S&P still coming down. VIX still going up. So sell-off continues here so far. Looking for mighty 90s. Nvidia through lows. Nvidia has earnings tomorrow. MSTR down 6.5%. Coinbase down 4.75%. Crypto is getting hit hard. think I saw Bitcoin was down to like 88,000 now. SMCI not doing what I want it to do here. It's not pushing through lows like all these other stocks. Yeah, Tesla's still falling. I would have been real quick to get in on that one. S&P now down 11. So it's come down about 20 points in the last 10 minutes. Still falling. So what is this, the third or fourth day in a row where it's just falling out of the gates? NVIDIA is forming a little mighty 90 here. See if we can get one little more push down in NVIDIA. NVIDIA mighty 90, I would trade the 128 calls. Filled at 620. And filled at 620. I'm sorry, filled at 625. NVIDIA filled at 620 on SMCI. So I hit my profit target. Same time my NVIDIA got filled. Close half my NVIDIA at 685. S&P still falling. And we close another SMCI at 685. Let's go 690. S&P still falling. VIX still going up. NVIDIA still coming down. Filled at 695 in SMCI to close another. One left. I'll set an order at 775. So I could add to NVIDIA, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to get burned by some mighty 90s with just big flushes recently. So I'm just going to let this play out with the contracts that I have. A lot of times it's good to add to them, but We've seen some pretty relentless flushes lately. And we've gone down 35 points in the S&P in 15 minutes. So one DTE is probably hurting. Another 20 point bar. That makes it hard to trade. SMCI getting a big volume bar again. Tesla, close to getting a big volume bar. Coinbase, Mighty 90. Just going to stick with what I got right now. Can we get a bounce from the S&P? The one DTE needs it. That was up 200. Now it's up 45. Okay, so you can kind of see NVIDIA now starting to try to bounce a little bit. That's where, an ad would have probably really paid off for me. But in terms of my risk management, I just didn't want to risk anymore. AMD with the big volume bar as well to the downside. AMD pushes up a little bit more. I might get in. Let's see. AMD, I would trade the 107 puts. Just trying to get filled at 211. So let's make it 210. A little bit of a bounce back here in the S&P. Filled at 209 in AMD for a downside volume runner. I would close half at 230. So it looks like we're going to get one green bar out of NVIDIA. Can we get two before this falls apart again? S&P losing out on some of its bounce here. It's just kind of like the end of the day yesterday. It was like pop up, every little pop up was met with a down move. Just closed half of my AMD at 230. Close another one at 250. SMCI got one contract left there, so it needs to come down or I'm going to cut it. Yeah, S&P coming down to lows a day again. So one green bar met with a down bar. That's a pretty tough price action right now. Yep, S&P through lows of day. Still at 250 at AMD. NASDAQ down 225. Flush incoming. Close another AMD at 270. VIX up to highs a day above 20 points. It's at 20.4. I'm going to close my last SMCI. Did not continue down. Trying to close it and I can't get out of it. Now it's built at 640 to close SMCI. S&P just in a free fall. Down another 15 points on this bar. So been a rough go after a couple of days of ripping all-time highs. Nvidia resisting going through lows of day. Yeah, this looks like it's going to get ugly. S&P continuing lower. So I'm kind of at a spot where sometimes I close my 1DT if it gets too out of hand here. It's still quite a ways from the stop, though. So I'll just leave it be for now. But need a bounce. Waiting for 2 consecutive green bars out of NVIDIA. Need a bounce and some big theta decay for the S&P 1DT. Baba in the green, Costco in the green, Home Depot in the green. Everything else pretty red. NVIDIA trying to hold up. I'm actually pretty impressed with NVIDIA right now. Put AMD over here since I'm still in it. S&P lows of day. Down about 45 points. in the last 30 minutes. Did not see what the expected move was. Not sure if it's blown through it or not. Another green bar looks like it's incoming for NVIDIA. Can we get two? Pretty please. Expected move was 38. Yeah, so not there yet. Sure would be nice to get a nice little push up in NVIDIA and then get out of it. Netflix coming down through lows of day. We've got an order again at 270 to get out of another NVIDIA. I'm sorry, AMD. Filled at 271 to close another AMD. Get out another one at 290. Amazon's trying to get two consecutive green bars. So is Coin, Meta, Tesla. So far, I would not even consider a TLC trade. S&P back down through lows of day, continuing its fall. Home Depot trying to push through highs. NVIDIA coming back down. Didn't want to see that. Just kind of hoping it would hold up and push up. Not to be. Dow went from up 200 to in the red. And we're falling in. We are falling. Yikes. Filled at 291 in AMD. I was considering just closing Nvidia out in case this got ugly. Well, guess make a decision here on my one DTE. It's still $3 from its stop. Close another AMD at 310. But the price action has continued just like yesterday during power hour. Every little pop up is met with a push down. S&P started with 2 green bars, got up to 59.92. And now it's down to 59.38. So more than 50 points it's dropped. Pretty brutal. VIX at 20.59. Yeah, so Nvidia just really struggling here. If it pushes back up, I might just close it out after one green bar. We'll see. See if we can get strong or not. It's been pretty tempting to take some shorts on some of these, but sometimes you get big pushes. At some point, they're going to stop pushing and bounce in this case. Yeah, there will be no TLC trading anytime soon. We need to see some bounce up and some more consolidation. Going to have an order at 310 in AMD to close another. I bet if I closed my one DTE and left the puts on, it would bounce. Build at 310, close another AMD. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just cut my NVIDIA. I'm gonna not get caught up in another big loss when the market's just weak. Build at 540 to close NVIDIA. Just cut my losses here. big push down in Microsoft. I've got to get an order in and AMD. Oh, one DTE got stopped. So didn't get a chance to close it and leave the puts on. I'll close my last AMD at 350. Well, I imagine it'll bounce now that my one DTE got stopped out. A lot of times I'll close it a little bit before and then leave puts on. I've done that in the past, but I imagine it will bounce now. NASDAQ down 313. AMD bouncing a little bit. If I see two consecutive green bars out of AMD, I'll get out of it. AMD just flipped back red. No bounce yet. Looks like it blew through the expected move, but it's like, do you want to get short anything here? I think I'm just going to ride with what I've got here in my last contract, AMD, because, you know, where is exhaustion in terms of getting pushed down? I don't want to get short because everything's been short up until now. Then all of a sudden we get a big bounce. I mean, it could pay off, but a little risky. It's trying to hold up right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to close my last AMD. I mean, it's just one contract. So filled at 310 to close AMD. So nice volume runner there. Maybe if I'd have had more contracts on, but I would have kept them on. But it's just really not worth it for one contract. So cut my losses in Nvidia. Nice downside volume runner in AMD and SMCI. So out of everything, I'm gonna just monitor what's going on here and be careful about my TLC entries, obviously. So I will see everybody during Power Hour. Have a good one. Peace.